Breath of the Wild is still full of secrets, and in this video, we'll take a look at a couple glitches like usual, but dive into more of the secret life of NPCs with some interactions you might not have seen before. If you continue to enjoy this series, let us know with a like. Alright, here we go. Nintendo put a lot of detail into Hyrule's many towns, but they put a lot of extra effort into Kakariko Village specifically, from the old lady being depressed about her cherry trees if you secretly destroy them, Olkin trampling Steen's carrot patch at night, and much, much more. One that's not quite as easy to catch though is what happens if Link is in someone's house as they return home. Multiple NPCs are surprised to see a stranger in their home, which is totally understandable. It's a little creepy. But doing this with both the Kakariko guards gives a little more insight into their life. Kato thinks here's ex-wife Rolla, the owner of the arrow shop, returning home, which is quite sad. And if you surprise Dorian, he mentions that he thought that you were someone else. Them is of course pertaining to his past connection with the Yiga clan and thinking Link was a Yiga clan member, back to kill him because he betrayed the Yiga clan. Sort of hidden in plain sight, a lot of NPCs in Kakariko are word plays of very nutritious fruits, mostly tropical, such as banana, durian, avocado, papaya, and coconut. Did you know that in Kakariko Inn only, they will give you one freebie stay if you happen to be completely broke with 0 rupees? Other inns around Hyrule aren't so nice. When you talk to Lastly for the first time, she compliments Link on how cute he is. Link reacts with a pretty rare animation that's only seen in a couple instances in the entire game. Players over the years have enjoyed getting reactions out of NPCs while being naked, popular ones being Paya and Hestu. But do you actually know how many of these there are? There's actually dozens upon dozens of these interactions you probably never saw. This includes some random Hylians around Hyrule, most of the armor shop owners, Koichi's dye shop, Parsi while she's sleeping, and most of the main characters you meet as you play the game. Another thing you might notice is that all the characters who take offense to naked Link are ones that wear formal clothing, such as the Rito and Hylians. This reaction is extremely rare with other races. The Goron shop owner in Goron City responds to how well equipped you are for Death Mountain, depending on if you're wearing nothing for the hot air, if you have just some pieces of fireproof gear, and if you have the full flame breaker set. Did you know that the windmill's turn speed is dependent on the speed of the wind? This applies to most windmills throughout Hyrule. Also with these windmills along Tanagar Canyon, for some reason, are also metallic, and can be magnesis by Link. It's even made of 2 separate parts, an upper and lower windmill. Players over the years have found many ways to explore and escape Hyrule, but there's one last place that has been a little more difficult to navigate: underwater. While we've been able to explore underwater partially before, we've only had a limited view, but by using Moonjump, the Birdman minigame, re-enabling warping with the gambling minigame, you can sink in water using 0 stamina, use Rivali's Gale under the Cryonis block, and shield surf to sink downwards and let our camera take in the views along with Link. This lets us see many things that are difficult or impossible to normally view, such as very deep lakes, underneath Skull Lake's strange flowers, and even under Vaaruta's feet before you free Mipha. You can ping a falcon bow in Rito Village or ping a sledgehammer at your house, but nothing is found. That's because Nintendo messed up and programmed the sensor to pick up equipment held by certain NPCs even when they're not visible. They'll only pull these out in certain situations. Only then can you see them in person. Everyone knows about the bridge guard Brigo, and gives you directions to places like Kakariko Village, Hyrule Castle, and even back to the Great Plateau. But did you know that Brigo will give you the right directions on where to go no matter where you are in Hyrule? Even if you forcefully push him far away, he dynamically points in the right direction of where you need to go. There's an old glitch called durability transfer that was discovered years ago that transfers weapons breakability from one to another, and has been in use ever since by players to improve and repair durability. But did you know that Nintendo missed this bug and you've actually been doing this glitch accidentally since day one? When you fully pull the Master Sword in normal gameplay, the game automatically transfers the base Master Sword's 40 durability on what you have equipped. So there you go, a one-time, super easy way to repair one weapon. Weapon modifier corruption is a recent glitch that has shown off a ton of never before seen content in Breath of the Wild. While I won't explain everything about it since we have a video here all about it, I'll just show some of the cooler options it's capable of making. By using a single Nightshade recipe and equipping the Magnesis rune, which if you recall in the last episode does weird things to your throw, you're able to throw things backwards. Another callback to the last episode, weapon modifier corruption now lets us actually obtain the impossible surf up modifier, and some versions of it can create the lowest friction shield possible in the entire game, to basically surf endlessly on flat ground. This is the closest you can get to an actual skateboard in Breath of the Wild. Through the new IST glitch, we're also able to create the fabled ice cream. This is caused by corrupting the recipe's data and deleting it, causing it to change to the default image, which is a picture of an ice cream cone. This is actually not a new glitch. When Breath of the Wild first released, a handful of select players came across this glitch by accident, but Nintendo found out and somehow patched it. This is more of a funny trick, but by using Beetle's body as a body shield, a Lynel's charge attack can be stuck in place. And since this attack always launches straight up, you can use it as a nice trampoline. Some may or may not know the hidden secret behind the Zora you likely missed. Solfege, the syllables to melodies you've definitely heard of, is heavily ingrained in the Zora. Do-re refers to King Do-re-fan. Mi-fa refers to Mi-fa. Sol-la refers to Zora. And Ti-do refers to Sidon, or Si-do in Japanese solfege conventions. On top of that, you might notice something weird with their theme songs. Yep, you guessed it, Mi-fa and Sidon are spelled in their own song. Sound designer Hajime Wakai even confirmed this in an interview translated by Nintendo Everything back in 2019, including the DLC cutscene, where he mentioned Sidon hanging on Mi-fa. They created Sidon's theme in the same music scale as Mi-fa's theme, because according to them, when you look through Sidon's eyes, Mi-fa is the real hero. What was your favorite thing you learned this time? Let us know in the comments below. We also still have an ongoing playlist with all the latest Breath of the Wild content still coming, so keep it here on GameSpot.